Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train, the Last Divinity DLC. It's been a while since I've played, but what better way to come back to Monster Train than with a Covenant 25 victory against Last Divinity? Get all of the bad knowledge out of my head and get all the good new knowledge back in. What's the bad knowledge? The bad knowledge is saying no to units and constantly merging our units. The good knowledge is taking more units, duplicating units, upgrading units a little bit more. I will say, this is the first time I've randomed Umbra since the DLC. So this is gonna be an all new Umbra run for us. And I believe that they have changed morsels. I think they're all strictly better. So that's gonna be very nice for us if we can actually get some better morsels and better gorging. Cause I always liked the Umbra, I thought they were pretty strong. To get better gorging out of them could be a lot of fun. Stealth 2 Molten Encasements, Excavation Eruption. Really, Excavation Eruption is going to be a major driving force for this run, at least to start with, because it's just so much damage early. That's going to be a prime upgrade target. Although it's 4, right? All right, so we can't, no, it's 3. Didn't it used to be 4? Did they buff it? They may have buffed this card. Because there's a couple of 4 energy cards, or at least they used to be 4 energy cards in the Umbra deck. I thought Excavation Eruption was one of them, and I still think that. So it's probably been reduced in cost. But another one was Gem Trove, cost 4. So that card might have been changed. Also, I thought this did damage 4 times, but now it only does damage 3 times. Again, that could be something that I'm just mistaking, or it could actually be how it has changed. I don't know. We'll check out the Horde. When you first summon your champion, gain a random unit card, or your pirate gets plus 15. I'll take Conscription Notice for a random unit, and we'll also, I think I will take a choice of 3 artifacts. Plus 3 Burnout. Deal damage to enemy units or plus 3 magic power. This is not the Plinko build, this is Penumbra Umbra, so we don't really need the magic power. It would affect Excavation Eruption, but who cares? The burnout might be what we want here because we can now build better burnout with combustible wax. Things like drafts, if we get them, would be a very good target. And we could build like a draft floor if we really wanted it to. So I like that. Well, obviously Infused Mallet is pretty decent because it can kill units, but against the Last Divinity and Packed Shards, enemies are gonna have more than 5 health. They're not gonna die frequently to Infused Mallet, so I think I will take Combustible Wax. It feels like it might be a little bit more reliable. Monstrous or Glutton. I like them both, but I think with Immortal Trade, Lifesteal 4? Yeah, okay, we'll go Monstrous. The Trample, Penumbra Umbra should just absolutely wreck. Is there a unit that makes Burnout obsolete? So, for Dracula, there are 2 things that could make Burnout obsolete. One is the Lady of the Reformed. She grants Burnout when she takes damage. So if you have her down, she will just add to the burnout of units. The other thing is that you can always reform units back. But there's also a card that removes burnout, but only on a single unit. But I think I still like this because we can build a burnout floor with dregs that can last a few turns, which is nice. So you're doing a lot of damage. I think we're gonna start. Oh, that's low capacity floor. I think we'll start Penumbra at the bottom in that case. And in fact, you know what? This is a very good Yo, it's just a quick Animus. I forgot about you. I think we'll just put out a Molten Encasement to tank all the damage and make sure we take none. We'll put out an Animus. We'll put out we don't need to put units on the top floor. They right, because they changed how that works. This is a very tiny Animus of speed. So we'll put out a Train Steward, we'll put out a Dreg to tank the first shot on the next floor. Everything is good. This should be a easy first couple of turns anyways. And if we put down a Morsel, it will die. I hate that you guys are living. 13 times 2 damage. We do have a quick Animus, but we have a bunch of units down here we gotta get through. You know what? This is a perfect opportunity to play on the top floor. Rubble Morsel gains 1 energy and 1 attack and 1 health. So they have changed these slightly. I'm gonna have to get used to the new changes with those rubble morsels and whatnot. I think in general they've made all the morsels better, which is interesting. Anyways, that's perfect timing for that. Stealth 2 means that, I mean, effectively I think that you all die and I live. Ember draining on the top floor completely cancels out Covenant rank 10. Ember drain 1 to the first unit, because this unit's gonna gorge and it doesn't exist anymore to give us the Ember drain. Because Ember drain doesn't transfer, I think. And now you're dead. Easy. That's why I actually really like those lifesteal cards. Making those permafrosted would be beautiful, so we can keep them forever and play them right on the final wave. Antumber Assault, we have only one card that does direct damage. Getting another kill card would actually be pretty beneficial. We're not really consuming morsels right now, but we can get more morsel cards. And this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly why I kind of wanted to take more burnout, is because now we could take a draft and actually get 4 turns out of him. Or we could give someone else multi-strike and burnout 4. But I think you just take a draft. To have a 1 cost, 1 pip unit that could have like 50 damage on it, depending on how we upgrade it, is great. You love to see it. Morsel Maid, Hunger, feed on units with Eaten, Gorge +2 and +2. Hunger, triggers when a unit with Eaten is summoned. So you gorge immediately. That's very interesting. So you can literally play all of your morsels on the floor with this guy on it, and he gets +2/+2. That seems like a very interesting ability there. And we can even give him another, like if we get another one of these units, we can put him in another unit so that we get gorge twice, or really Eaten twice. I think. Would that work? If you put Hunger on this guy, would he eat twice? I don't know, because when you feed on a unit, it dies. It probably does not work that way. Anyways, this does seem kind of interesting. Yo, put the Morsel Master in the Morsel Maid. You get double morsels. We're gonna take Morsel Maid. I want to see how this guy operates. This seems great. This seems wonderful. And I think we will go for unit upgrades. I have a draft that would benefit from like a large stone. Even Morsel Maid would benefit from large stones because we only need 1 capacity to put down a morsel. And if we do this on the top floor, then, you know, Ember Drain's not a problem and this guy can last forever. So I do like that. And if we can get that morsel, summon a morsel unit, we can even put the double morsel summoner in the Morsel Maid, get 2 morsels whenever we play a morsel, and they both get eaten immediately. That sounds wonderful. Also, multi-strike is beautiful, but we'll start here. Resolve +6/+6. Wow, that's extremely good. I don't think we... Yo, he'll summon 2 morsels every turn. He'll summon 2 morsels every turn and they'll get gorged immediately. Is that what we want? I think that's what we want. I think we'll take a Morsel Maker right now. Our units are kind of expensive, but I like what we've got going on right now. I also like an Excavation Eruption that does 50 damage, but I don't want to merge the units and upgrade spells too much now. I don't want to have infinite Pax Shards that I gotta worry about. Instead, I think we're just gonna upgrade Morsel Maid with multi-strike, because I feel like if we can build a combo around this guy, he can get out of control absurdly quickly. And then we'll probably just upgrade the draft to be survivable and do, 50 damage for 4 turns, which is pretty good. Maybe we can keep him alive with burnout enablers, but that's exactly why I took Combustible Wax, because it's a little bit more consistent. And we will definitely turn on spikes. With our high damage units, I don't think this is gonna be too much of a problem. Morsel Maker, Essence Infused, Morsel Maid. I mean, I want Morsel Makers, Morsel Masters, and then the Morsel Maid, and I wanna just merge them all together and see what happens, because it sounds freaking beautiful. I don't know if it's actually gonna work. So Morsel Miner was 5/5, now it's 6/6. Morsel Jeweler used to be 1 HP, now it's 3 HP. So they have definitely changed the the stats on these guys. Also, if I do it like this, I can kill you on future turns by playing the Morsel Miner in the back. You get Gorge, you'll go up to 46 damage. Then you'll go here to summon Morsels, and they start immediately too, which is nice. Oh, but there's no, there is gonna be room for the Morsel Man. Okay, good. And we'll put the Siren here in the middle. Having a random Siren for incanting is pretty decent. Playing one unit there gets the job done, so let's get... You're gonna give me Ember Drain. I don't really care. I don't really care. It's more important for you to get out there. Now, you're not gorging immediately because we didn't play a Morsel after you were summoned, which makes sense. But you're getting +6/+6 every turn, plus another +2/+2, so you're getting +10/+10 every turn. Why are you getting +20 then? I don't understand. Oh, dude, wait a minute. What? Okay, hold up. Think about this. This Morsel gives +6 health. Why is he gaining +20 health? Well, because he's gorging on this Morsel twice, and he's gorging a total of 2 times. Because, okay, if he's gaining +20 health, right? And there's 2 Morsels, that means he's gaining +10 health per Morsel. No, that makes sense. No, that doesn't make sense. Why is he gaining +20 health? Why is he gorging off? You know what? The preview could be wrong. Let's actually see what's going on. But I think I understand what's happening. I think Hunger is triggering feed on all Morsels twice, but the gorge only gets triggered once. So he's gorging on each Morsel twice, which means he's getting double the benefits from them, but the gorge is only giving him +2 per Morsel instead of +4 per Morsel. So it's very strange, but you remember how I was thinking about putting Hunger in the unit that has Hunger? I think it would actually work. I think it would multiply exponentially the amount of gorges that we're getting, because this guy he's gonna gain +20 attack, I think, too. He should be a 25 × 2 minion next turn. That's absurd. If that's the way that works, that's dumb, and I love it. But, you know, we still gotta live. I'm gonna give you a Morsel. Dude, it totally works like that? He's a 25 × 2 minion? Oh no, okay, I get it. Because Resolve happens after combat and then he gets eaten. So on the first, okay, I understand it now. So it's not as broken as I thought it was. It's not broken at all, actually. he gorged 4 Morsels on the top floor. There you go, okay. Because there's no Morsels here, so I was very confused. But even though there's no Morsels there, the Morsels are still activating. Yeah, okay. All right, that's still good. That's like really, really good, so I certainly do not mind. I put you in the wrong position, but that's okay. And the Morsel Maid guy is still like absurdly strong, and I love him. So like absolutely no complaints there. Although I still wonder what would happen if we gave him another Hunger trigger. I really wonder if it would work like I think it would, or like I hope it would, let's say. I mean, he's a 55 × 260 off of like 4 turns, which is beautiful. But okay, at least now I understand how it looks like it works. So packed Morsels is beautiful. We want as many of these as possible to give Morsel Maid. Extinguish summon 2 drafts. If the drafts live, they'll live for multiple turns because of the burnout. But really, I look at this and I'm like, yo, Dripfall. What if we Dripfall units behind our champion or something? Heck, what if we Dripfall Morsel Maid? What if we put units behind Morsel Maid because of all the morsels that he's gonna have, you know? There's options there. But I think we will, how many Molten Encasements do we have? 2, that's a pretty good meld opportunity here. I think we'll take a Dripfall. It's always nice to have 1. And I gotta be honest with you, getting another artifact could be beautiful. We are gonna go for another unit and an artifact. Before each battle, set your pyre health to 50. If this reduces health, gain money for each health point lost, or daze units when they enter the terrain. If we're gonna have our champion at the bottom, daze is good. So, Morsel Master summons a copy of the Morsel. That's exactly what we want. +10/+10 and lifesteal 5 off the Crucible Collector. The Crucible Collector is interesting, but I really want to make that unit absurdly strong. 2 units get +30 and burn out 4. Apply daze to units. I also like this to keep the Morsel Master as protected as possible. I also like the Iron Drop Cage, which we can actually use to apply daze 3. But I think dazing the top floor is pretty decent. Copy a card 5 times. Okay, we're gonna copy a card 5 times, and I think we're gonna copy Packed Morsels 5 times to make the best morsel made of all time. God, that would be really good. Do we need 5 of them? Morsels are good. Let's get 5 morsels. And then we'll go like floor capacity and card draw or something, or maybe get artifacts that give us card draw. I would have loved to have upgraded the card. I don't know what we would have upgraded it with, but it makes me wish that there was an event that's like, or an upgrade that's like, you can upgrade your card with plus, I don't know, plus card draw when you play it, and then be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, sweet. Are you gonna live? You're barely gonna live if I put you down there, but like the whole point of putting you down here is that you can just do a lot of damage, so I'm gonna put you down there. We also got a good Paraffin Thug, which is interesting. We'll put you out, we'll put you out. You're gonna Ember Drain us, but I don't care. I should not have put you in the front. Certainly hope that we can keep this guy alive. He's gonna take 10 damage. We can keep him alive. We can keep him alive. Okay, so Morsel Maker is gonna go down. It's a lot of energy and we're Ember Drained, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna put a Dreg down and then give you Lifesteal. We're gonna have no energy, but it actually doesn't matter if we don't have energy. They have 4 health? Yo, that's new. They used to have 1. But it's more interesting now I think. Because all we need to do is play Morsels, and the Morsels will keep us alive, so here's hoping we get Morsels. We got the Morsel Master, but we can't play him. But we still have Packed Morsels, which means that we can get a lot of Morsels. Anyways, this is actually good, now that I think about it, that he hungers immediately, because there's always gonna be room to play more Morsels, and I like that. I do like that. Now, I wish we could have put down the Morsel Master, but I think we needed to keep our champion alive, and with 3 lifesteal, he's gonna be alive for a long time. So Morsel Maid, that's a powerful card there, it seems like. I kinda like it. I kinda like it. I would like to get you out of the deck. We can Ant-Umbra our own Morsel Man, but if we do that, we can't put Morsels behind him, so we gotta think about this. Ant-Umbra Assault cannot kill you, which is unfortunate. You're both dying and we're gonna take 2 damage, who cares? He's already a 40 times 2. That's absurd. That's absurdly good. I guess we'll just kill one of you that's attacking. Lifesteal would be good on you. It would also just be good on you. I guess we're just gonna keep gorging you. You're now 56 times 2. And if I can just keep getting more Morsel generators exactly like this, then... Once we get the Morsel Master down behind you, oh baby. You're an 80 times 2 100 unit. This is absurdly broken. Absurdly broken. I mean, I'll be honest, I love it, but it's also just absurdly broken. Wow. Oh, we got the energy back immediately too. That's something to consider. If you get the energy back immediately, that's absurd value. So there's lifesteal. There's another 6/6, which is actually 8/8. Why'd you gorge twice? You didn't, it just kind of looked like you did. And this is gonna be energy. Okay, you're taking 170 damage on the bottom floor. I got more packed morsels, so there's another one. Man, if I could make this guy quick. I love him to be large stone or quick. My good lord, he's so good. Also oh yeah, the draft has enough health now they can survive a couple of hits. They're doing an extra 100 damage. Now, so let's see what happens, right? You put the Morsel Master out there. Then you give Lifesteal 1. This will create 2 of them and gorge twice. Correct. And this will give us 2 energy back, which we can use to play the other Shade Splitter. And there's 2 more energy back. You're 194 times 2, 188. Yeah, this is absurdly broken. Can you get infinite energy with that guy? I guess it would depend on how you would draw another card to give you more energy, because it's hard to draw cards. Think about it, most cards in the game that give you card draw affect the next turn, not the current turn. There's very few ways that you can draw on the current turn. You can go infinite though, you can. It's just hard. But that's also just like beautiful. So Shroud Spike does not work because the morsels are gonna be gone. When you play them, you can't Shroud Spike them. Extinguish without killing it could work on the Molten Encasements, I suppose. 1 cost, consume intent on death, remove all burnout and debuff effects from a unit. What seraph is this? Buff, debuff seraph, who cares? I don't think we need any of this. Shroud Spike is interesting, but not really that important for us. We're not really gorging individual floors. We're gorging 1 floor with every single morsel that we can put on it. So I think we want to skip this. It feels bad though because this is a rare card pack. But I think you skip it because we want number of morsels, not 1 morsel many times. I think. So there's our lady that has super burnout, which could be good just to put down on the middle floor. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I think we want to remove no, well, I don't think we want to remove units. I think we don't want to add anything because I want these units every turn. The middle floor is going to be, you know, the draft and whatever else we draw on the conscription notice. And then the bottom floor is always going to be our champion. So I don't think we need any of this. I think we want to just say no thank you. Big Sludge is interesting, but Big Sludge doesn't really fit anywhere. And Harvest doesn't work on morsels. Not anymore anyways. Harvest, you know, you could duplicate it and put Wickless Baron in a Wickless Baron, but we don't want it. What do we want here? I think we want floor capacity so we can keep upgrading our champion. That would be my idea. We could also go for card draw to make it easier to play, you know, the morsels. We can get them earlier and put them on the top floor. We could also just use Immortal Trade to keep the champion alive. We don't need room for a Lifesteal Morsel or for a Molten Encasement, especially considering that the enemies are going to be partially stunned. So that could be a good play. Maybe we can find a way of increasing floor capacity later. But for now, I think I am going to go card draw. It's tough though. If we get energy, we can guaranteed play the Morsel Maid and Morsel Maker, but the Morsel Master is, I think, more important because we have so many morsels in the deck, and if we get more card draw, we can get to those cards faster. It's very interesting. And I'm also still tempted to maybe do a Morsel Maid in a Morsel Maid. I just don't know if this hunger means it's going to feed twice on the same morsel. You know, will one hunger trigger and then the other hunger trigger, or will they both trigger instantaneously and feed twice? I really don't know. But I think, if anything, we would just want Morsel Master in a Morsel Maker. Actually, that would be okay. Morsel Master in a Morsel Maker will summon 4 morsels. They'll get eaten immediately via the Morsel Maid. Yeah, I think that's the way we want to do it. And then what will we put on Morsel Maid? I don't know, something else. So I don't think we need to meld anything right now. Do we want another unit? Another draft would not be bad. Just put it on the middle floor and let it do some damage. What's the left path? Spell upgrades? I wouldn't mind spell upgrades. I wouldn't mind card removal. Let's go for the spell upgrades. We've got some spells that need upgrading. And I am gonna go, I think, for the Trample Champion again. Because the enemies on the bottom floor, some of them are gonna be dazed. That just lets him, you know, punch through them a little bit faster. Remove Consume. Here's my thinking. Once we play all of these packed morsels, I don't care about getting another one back, right? These packed morsels, they're there just to buff up the Morsel Maid unit quickly. We don't need it to come back around. I think I just want that and this, and then we'll reroll. Permafrost is something that I was talking about being good for a mortal trade, and I stand by that. We can just play it right before our champion dies for good value. A good Excavation Eruption once, I'd prefer that card to come back around. So I think instead I will, I mean, even making a free Shade Splitters, I think is not the worst thing in the world. Because if we get the Ember Shade, that turns into energy. So I think we'll make a Shade Splitter free. You could also make Antumber Assault free, but I'd rather put like Holdover or something else on that. Let's just make a Shade Splitter free. We'll purge a Train Steward. The dregs are at least easier to you know, put out and kill. I don't need 100 gold. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Restore all health when they move up a floor. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Our champion does not do enough to kill him in one hit, and that means that the Absolvers are gonna live in the back line, but when they make it up to the top floor, they will get destroyed by our Overgorger. The problem is that the units in the back will not be destroyed, but we do have a couple of targetable spells that we can use to kill them as they move up. I think this is okay. For an artifact, I'm okay taking a little bit of pyre damage for this. Now, some of these units are gonna have more than 100 health. Some of them are gonna have like 150 because they're gonna be shard buffed. But I still think it's okay. I think our Morsel Maid is gonna get so much value. I think he'll be okay. Especially if we get the other Morsel Summoner out there immediately, aka Morsel Master. So, Penumbra is gonna go down, bottom floor is gonna be killed. Very good. We also got a Nameless Siren, an Incant Siren. Well, we'll Incant. Rubble Morsel, Morsel Master. I'm doing it in this order so that we don't get Ember drained. We don't need to play a Mortal Trade. You probably could play a Train Steward, but I'm just gonna play Dregs, I think. That's a good, you know, early turn. Morsel Maid. So now we're gonna get doubled morsels whenever we put down a morsel. We have to put this guy down first so we have room. Yeah, this is gonna be good. I could also put you down behind the champion. You have 180 health, but you're gonna die. You're absolutely gonna die. I mean, that was like plus 15 attack on a single morsel. Look at this. It looks better when you give him the attack one first. Okay. Consume. It's gonna take a little while to ensure that that this guy has enough damage to kill, but he's already doing 140. We're almost there killing this clipped Guardian. All we need to do is make sure the Quill Marksman is trash. I wish I could keep you down here. Rooting would be so good for dealing with this challenge, but... Okay, there's the Morsel Maker. So we'll start with the packed morsels again. Now this is, no, we're gonna start by putting down an Ember Drain, which is gonna be removed. Then we'll put down the Morsel Maker, and now we're gonna gain +20/+20 every turn. This is absurd. You know what I want? I want another stack of multi-strike for this guy. I mean, he has enough health to survive literally anything. We just need raw damage on him. And another stack of multi-strike would mean that literally nothing can make it past him. I mean, we are able to kill other units because we have 11 and 5 damage on the Morsel Maker, Morsel Master. So the Quill Marksmans are not gonna live. It's just weird. And the middle floor is also really weird because the only thing on it is just a rando siren. You know? Yeah, you're not gonna kill anything, but you're all dead. This is so broken, and I love it. Stealth. I mean, I suppose you might as well put down a stealth unit. Put down a couple of dregs. And then honestly, I'm just gonna put down both of these. We have a dreg that we're not doing anything with. They're dazed on the top floor, so all of that damage shield is gonna stay forever. It's never gonna get removed. Okay, if we put down the draft, it would die. I don't really care. I need like super ultra fast mode though. It doesn't go any faster than it is though. Oh, excuse me, disgusting. Well, you're 183 times 250. So yeah, I think at this point it's clear all we need is to make sure that our champion is as good as possible on these turns. And our champion right now is pretty freaking good. Yeah, you will die if I play you, so I'm just gonna play you instead. And you're taking 240. However, have some lifesteal. And you're all dead. You don't even give me the decency to let me play more units, huh? You don't even give me the decency of being able to get more freaking gorging going on here? Man, just think if this guy had like a permanent bonus too. Like the Overgorger. That'd be absurd. Anyways, he's only at 250 times 300 health unit. That's absurd. I keep saying it, but it's true, it's absurd. Wax or Snuffer, extinguish triggers twice, works with the tomb units, and that's about it. +1 capacity. We need this for the floor with the champion. So we're gonna take it. Endless extinguish draw 1 does not work for us really. An endless unit would be nice to have on like molten encasements, but that's not a primary component to this run. The only thing that I need on this run is just to gorge. I think anyways. So do you continue to upgrade units and meld units? Yes, we're gonna put the Master in the Morsel Maid, and I think there is actually a reason for that, okay? If we put the Morsel Master in the Morsel Maker, and we get Morsel Maker on turn 1, that means it's gonna summon 4 morsels, and there's not gonna be capacity for Morsel Maid on the top floor. But if we put the Morsel Master inside of the Morsel Maid, then even if we play the Morsel Maker on turn 1, we'll still have capacity for the Morsel Maid for doubling morsels from then on, which I think is for the better. And putting +6 and +6 in the Morsel Maid is not as good as getting +10/+10, or +20/+20 every turn out of the morsels. No, it is +10/+10. So yeah, we want to put Morsel Master in the Morsel Maid, which is going to happen here. So do we want an artifact and spells, or units and removal? I think we want units and removal. We have things that need to be removed. seems like a good time to do it. And this is literally exactly what I wanted. Another stack of multi-strike. That's absurd. So Morsel Master is going to go into the Morsel Maker, or into the Morsel Maid. Morsel Maker can just have more health. And then honestly, giving him some more damage to like kill a unit that lived, I think is acceptable. We'll remove a couple of Train Stewards. And we will do our combo here. Master is gonna go away. He's gonna go into the Maker or into the Morsel Maid, and now we don't need to play the card, which I like because now we're more likely to draw Morsel Maid. Because the units in your deck, the ones that you draft out of card packs, out of unit banners really, they are your banner units. They get drawn earlier in combat than your other units. You know, Morsel Maker, Morsel Master, and Morsel Maid, if we have 3 banner units, we guarantee 1 on the first turn. I want that to be a 50-50 chance as opposed to a 33% chance. You know, I want this Morsel Maid to be out by turn 2, guaranteed every combat, and now we can. And that's the combo that we want. Because obviously he does enough damage right now. You know, we don't need him to have more damage. I will say, piercing on Excavation Eruption is pretty interesting. Let's take a quick look at what's coming up in the future though. There's another, and there's another. So there's 2 more Divine Temples. Well, I am thinking about it like, this is okay to put Magic Power and Piercing in Excavation Eruption. It's pretty good. I would have liked it to have some sort of like holdover, but we can always remove other cards and then we get this like extremely frequently. I think for 10, I think I'll do it just to get us closer to 100. So we're not like struggling to get enough by the end. Is this a boss fight? Battle. Fell. No, this is Battle 5. Probably go for the Concealed Caverns. Let's save money for some trinkets. Dun 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 dun. Armor 15. That should not be a problem. Dun 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 dun. Also, Hello Tim says the big guy who scales ridiculously lacks 5 copies of itself and doesn't have multi-strike 7. Look, I didn't get the card. I forget what it's called. You know the one. Forgot it though. I didn't get it. So forget it. We didn't got it. You do a lot of damage, but you're all dazed. So you're gonna go down there. We get a Lady of the House. That's not a bad unit to just go out on a floor. You know what, we could even put her on the top floor if we really wanted to, but I think she works okay on the middle floor to like clear up the nonsense that gets, you know, trickling through the bottom floor. Anyways, we're gonna Morsel to get eaten. Then we'll play you. There's still capacity for the Morsel Man. He is like 2 capacity, right? I don't want to like screw this up. He is 2 capacity. I was thinking maybe that we would have given him too much size accidentally. You never know, it could happen. Maybe the melding gave it +1 capacity and wasn't paying any attention. Could have happened. So we're gonna lose capacity next turn. We just have to accept it. Although this does get many kills. Well, there's a possibility it won't get a kill, but it's so small, I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, now we have 7 energy, which is beautiful. You're gonna go down. I think I will just give more capacity to this floor. Now I can put down morsels. So, there's another, oh! When you play a morsel, it triggers feeding on all morsels. Okay, well, that's fine. That's still okay. It's just strange. Bong, 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 bong. You just need a large legion and the run is guaranteed. I don't need anything and the run is guaranteed, okay? This run is amazing. Well, I think I'm just gonna kill you. And then I'm just gonna give you more morsels. Cap's not an issue. It wasn't, the problem wasn't with capacity. The problem was capacity on that turn because there were 2 morsels that were already put down. So I needed to trigger the feeding to play more morsels. So that's why I put the capacity on the top floor. I don't need capacity down here because the enemies are going to be stunned. And when we get the card that gives us, look at the morsels in my hand. When we get the card that gives us lifesteal, we can keep the penumbra alive. Anyways, this is absurd. So he's a 53 times 2. By the way, here's some more morsels. It's a bit of a it takes a bit of a while for him to do all this eating, but he is just a giant black hole of destruction right now with double moldy strike. It's beautiful. Brendan Toad says, what the heck is that on the bottom floor? It scares me. The spider guy? Yo, spider guy, Penumbra Umbra, is beautiful and wonderful. And amazing. And the best champion. He's really good. He's really good. All right, so we went from 50 damage to 200 damage times 3 on 1 turn, with 174 health, and all the enemies on the top floor are all dazed. Pretty good if you ask me. Now, you're taking 12 damage. Could be a good time for some lifesteal, although if we play Molten Encasement, you're not gonna, nothing's gonna hurt you. We have nothing coming up though. I think we should play Mortal Trade. It doesn't consume, so we'll get it back. But also, it doesn't matter because I only have 1 energy worth of card I want to play next turn anyway, the Shade Splitter. Everything else is trash. And I feel like it's exactly the way I said it was gonna be, which was once we get all of those consume cards consumed, I don't care about them anymore. I mean, I could take on any boss right now and be perfectly safe. I don't need anything else. You might as well give everyone Extinguish times 4. 1 unit is gonna make it up and get dazed. Oh, I got the card that I wanted, so we'll just give you a little bit more health. Can't play anything else, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to maybe go, kill a dreg. Yeah. We'll keep a Mortal Trade for next turn. Our champion is gonna have at least 6 lifesteal. Oh, right, you don't lose it last turn. You didn't attack anything, so he's gonna have 7 lifesteal. We're doing 595 damage. Do not play Excavation Eruption. You do not want to hit the unit in the back. It's gonna apply an extra 12 damage a turn to the Self-Made Harpy. I think we're okay not playing it. Instead, what we're gonna do is honestly maybe daze a unit, although it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect how this fight's gonna progress at all. Maybe it does matter. What if we descend you'll do an extra 50 damage on this turn. Oh, but you're dazed. So you're gonna do another 50 damage on 1 turn as opposed to 50 damage on 2 turns. This is a little bit silly, but whatever. You're gonna burn out, so I'll put down a couple of these units just to dump them from the deck. And right now I have a 11 card deck. No, sorry, 15 card deck. We played more than half of our cards, which is beautiful. I guess we will get some more morsels. Hey, it's the energy morsel. Now I can play both the Shade Splitters. All right. Well, get some more of these going on. Are you gonna hit 400? He might hit 400 times 3. He's close. I think he did. I think he's 403, 403. He did it. All right, well, hit you once and kill you. That's beautiful. Bum, bum, bum. 1 more copy of Maker. I'm not gonna copy Morsel Maker because I do not want turn 1 to draw a Morsel Maker, turn 2 to draw a Morsel Maker, turn 3 to draw a Morsel Made. That's too late. I want Morsel Made to be the 2nd card that I draw or the 1st card that I draw on the 1st turn. So I don't want to make it any slower. Oh, hey, Trigger feeding with Eaton. Yeah, that's a good card. Grovel could be interesting, but we already have, you know, enough morsels that we don't need anything else. I think we're just going to skip. I don't see a reason to take anything else. Apply Endless to a friendly unit. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Worst case scenario, I can make the conscription unit endless. I can make our champion endless. I could even make Morsel Maid endless and replay him on an upper floor if we start him in the middle. I could make the draft endless. I really like it. It thickens up the deck, but not meaningfully. It's Consume. It's a decent card if we guarantee. Hell, even if we put it on a Morsel and we get the Morsel every turn, won't that be okay? Well, actually, does the Morsel endless work if it gets eaten? The answer is I don't know. We'll figure it out. I want to go to the cavern. It's been a while. Summon a Morsel Miner on each floor at the start of battle. Plus 2 capacity on the middle floor. This is very good with Covenant 20. Now there's a capacity there. We could even put our champion there and have capacity in order to play other units. We also have to be very careful. If we take Commemorative Spike, the champion is unplayable because he's super freaking big. But if we take Commemorative Spike and Mind Jacks, we can play him. I still think we want him on the bottom floor though, because the enemies are gonna be stunned. But I do still like both of these. But no, we can't take that one. We can take this one. And then I'm gonna re-roll, and I'm sad that we don't have enough money to buy anything. I thought we would have had enough cash, but I guess not. 225 I guess is not enough. Let's see if we can get some money. Trap Shoot Steel Pulley Claw. I don't see this being important, except Steel Pulley Claw to pull a unit up into the pyre and apply Daze 3 is okay. You know, get a unit out that's really big and tanky and you don't want him. I don't know, it's expensive, but we have a lot of energy, it seems, turn after turn. I feel like that was not a great take, but it's okay. Create a spell to cost -2. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? And then, as for the Engage Pact, the only thing we could do is really, you know, mess with a draft. We could put a dreg in a draft and make a good draft. Do we care about having a good draft floor? I think the answer is no. But I still worry about not getting enough pact shards, but worst case scenario, we can always do this +25 meld right before Seraph, and that gets us to 90, and then all we have to do is either duplicate a card. We could duplicate the draft at that point, and that would be okay. Otherwise, I think we're okay. Yeah, I don't think we need any of this. I really do wish I had 10 more gold, because damage shield doesn't really matter. Well, it would help on the champion, I suppose. All right, let's get that guy out of here. Make Crucible Extension free. Doesn't matter. Crucible Extension is not, if we don't play it, I'm really not going to be that sad. Because if we can't play it, it means that we've Ember Drained ourselves with Lifesteal, and if we Ember Drain ourselves with Lifesteal, at least we got good value out of the Lifesteal, right? That's the way I think about it. We are going to take Pyre damage on this turn. There's nothing we can do about it. We'll start here. Then get the Morsel Maker out. Then you might as well pack Morsel just to make you a little bit stronger. We could play Penumbra in the middle, but I really like that we can kill everything at the bottom floor here. I'm gonna play you at the bottom. Yo, Horned Warrior multi-strike 1. That's pretty good. Someone's gonna get gorged here. Let's give you a health and a damage shield, and we'll give you a damage shield. All right, we're gonna take 5 damage. But this guy is gonna get really strong on his own. How come he starts with 24? Oh, because he's got +10/+10. Does he really start as a 10 health unit now? Maybe they changed him. I know I gorged him, but I didn't gorge him that much. Oh, right. The gorges are worth more. Forgot about that. So, we can do this turn. It's going to be real funky. Bear with me. We need to play Morsel Maid. Has to be played here. Now, how the heck are you going to get him to gorge? Well, you can't unless you drip fall a morsel out of the way. Then you can consume more morsels up here and get him to start pogging out of control. There you go. So that kind of sucks a little bit, and we're also very heavily ember drained, but it is what it is, and let's let you block a shot. You're only taking 1 damage. That's not enough of a reason to play Immortal Trade. Man, I love that they're not stunned anymore on the top floor. Consume, apply endless. You know, you can tank for the Horned Demon when you die. That's so absurd and I love it. Although, I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, we're gonna take some pyre damage and I can't kill anyone. So, I think we're just gonna play these to dump them. Oh, I didn't even have enough energy. All right, because you were ember drained. That makes sense. Well, you do 6, you do 1, you do 9. So that'll keep you alive. Alright, so we're taking pyre damage from cards. It's very annoying. This entire fight is kind of annoying with that mechanic, but oh well. Can't really do anything about it. Crucible extension means we can play units down here now. Let's see what we get out of the free Shade Splitter. It is energy, so that's 2 energy back, so we can play everything else. Beautiful. Honestly, well, I still think I'd rather have you up here. If I can get a lifesteal morsel, I might put it down here for the champion, but within 2 turns, we're gonna draw the lifesteal card. It should be next turn. Energy back. Let's go for it. Didn't get any energy back. That blows, but you know what? We should totally get energy out of these. No, because it's uncommon or rare morsels, not the garbage morsels. This one has to give us the garbage morsel. It didn't. It gave us a good morsel. I wanted the energy. Well, we're still gonna let you feed. And you know what? You should have the lifesteal. So we're gonna take even more pyre damage. Dude, I hate the fight. I hate the fight that just gives you the choice of taking 10 pyre damage or not doing anything for your turn, because it's just kind of dull. And bad and hard. Because what am I gonna do on that turn? Nothing. Nothing! Alright, I think you're living. Yeah, you're living now, you're good. Okay, we have enough energy, stop taking pyre damage. Yo, that's a good morsel. +6, +6, +2, +2. So that 1 morsel being played was a +16, +16. Great. Now, pretty close to the end. This will be saved. This will give us stealth. Yeah, you know what? Take some stealth. You take the hit. You get saved. End turn. Now just don't draw all of those garbage cards that are in our deck now, please. Oh, we got them all. Oh no. That's fine. Just give us an energy morsel back. Give us an energy morsel back. Yes, there we go. It paid for itself at least. God, I hate these cards. I think I'm just gonna play them. Although you are dying. That saves us a card next turn. Then we'll play that at least to get it out. Ugh, it's another 8 damage. The only damage we've taken on this entire run has been to these freaking cards, man. Absolutely hate them. Anyways, you're taking 332 damage. You're taking 415 damage. You're taking 747 damage. We also have 3 stealth, so we cannot play morsels down here. Instead, we're gonna start preparing for... Yo, let's go. We're gonna start preparing to replay our champion. We didn't give him endless. All right, well, that doesn't matter that much then, I guess. I'll still play it here. Anyways, you're not getting past the Morsel Maid. You know what? I refuse. You're still not making it past the Morsel Maid. I also still refuse. Also, no. That'll send you into the pyre. I almost did something very dumb. Just play this. We would have died. We do not want any of these. To have another spell that does damage might be okay. Hey, Bound Hades, welcome. How are you doing? Rip Spider. Spider did die, unfortunately. I don't want him. I don't want him. I need something that can kill the back line that's not forever consumed. We do enough damage to the front line. We have freaking multi-strike 100. I think we will go capacity to make sure that our champion is playable. Energy's not a problem. It was only a problem on this fight because of the cards. That's it. We could go for upgrades, which literally do not matter. So in that case, we probably want to go for a free artifact. We could also duplicate a card. You know what? I probably would duplicate excavation. What have we been having a problem with? Killing units. That helps. When you play your 20th morsel, deal 150 damage to all units on all floors. Yes. I've never made this work, but we play a lot of morsels. Duplicate any card that's not your champion. Yeah, absolutely duplicate Excavation Eruption. It'll add 5 shards. Who cares? And then Trample 170, 100 is exactly what we wanted. We could also, you know, mess around with the summon, but nah. With the enemy units being dazed, we're not gonna have a problem keeping our champion alive. That's the entire reason why I built around this and took the +1 capacity upgrade. So Penumbra goes out. We're not killing units, but it doesn't matter. We got another Horned Warrior, which is nice. Morsel Maid does need to go out. I'd rather not have energy problems next turn, so I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put down a Morsel for the Ember Drain, then we'll put down Morsel Maid, and then we'll start gorging. And this is beautiful. Now, we will need to deal a lot of damage, because this guy has 290 health, and there's multi-strike units that are moving up. Once we get Excavation Eruption, we can maybe do some damage, but I really just need this guy to get as strong as possible. He's currently doing 150 damage. He'll do more in the future. He will. Apply Endless. We should probably put that on the champion, just to play it smart. I hate that that unit was so tanky at the beginning. You did get dazed, Collector. I think this is a good excavation floor. I really do need to make sure that this gets played, but this is so likely to get us energy back. It almost didn't, but it did. So we'll play we'll play... Am I okay with you dying? I'm okay with you dying. I think we'll play... Oh, we got energy back out of that. That's beautiful. Then we'll play Morsel Maker. Now you're gaining +20/+20 every turn. You might not do enough to kill the Gilded Wing, which is unfortunate, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Do I throw someone into the pyre? I think I'm gonna throw the gold into the pyre. I could descend you, and then you would die next turn. and then we could save the pulley claw for a future action. Because you only have 5 health. You would only take 5 health from Penumbra's damage output, which doesn't seem that bad. I could also descend you behind Penumbra, but you only do 50 damage. You only do 50 damage. You're the one that's going to be hard to kill, though, Gilded Wing. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. The fact that you do 24 damage doesn't matter to me. Although, hold up. If we get you out of the way, then the Horned Warrior would live. So if we ascend you, the Horned Warrior would live because he would only take 14 damage. Okay, you know what? I think that's the play. Because the Horned Warrior should still kill the Collector next turn, and we can always play additional units. Okay, I had to think about it for a minute, but I like that. The 50 damage might even help us to kill that unit up there a little bit faster. And we have dregs that we can just dump out to tank damage if we want. And Molded Encasement ensures that you live. Okay, I like it. We'll start with more Morsels. Although, I am very... Morsel Blitz! Morsel Blitz! Burn, 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 burn. All right. Apparently that was Morsel Blitz. Wasn't even paying attention to that, but hey, beautiful. Now everything's dead and you're alive. Well, that was strange. Let's play Crucible Extension. And then let's give you 1 lifesteal. All right. I've never had that work before. Literally, I've never been able to get that to function. Let's also give you 1 lifesteal. And then you don't even attack, so that's beautiful. Wait a minute, feeds on units. Dude, Morsel Maid doesn't even need to be in the front. I could play a Molten Encasement and he would still suck up the morsels. He's a morsel black frickin' hole. I had no idea. You think we can get enough capacity up here to play our champion? I had no idea. Thank you, Namezilla. Morsel Blitz! I can't believe I just realized that. That's actually wonderful. Because it doesn't say trigger feed on morsels. It says this unit feeds on units with eaten, aka this unit eats. So I could put a stealth unit in the front and then this guy would still suck up all the morsels. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. This unit is so overpowered. It's lovely. When are they gonna nerf him? Please don't. I guess he is rare and we did get 2 stacks of multi-strike and he's our only other unit except our champion that is actually good. But hey, I mean, come on. Morsel Blitz. It's also one of those situations where, yo, wait a minute. What if we double this guy, put him on the same floor, and then start doubling up morsels? Do you think that would work? We might just make 1 strong one, but that's still okay. That might be worth considering. Double this guy. I don't know. Could work. You have 6 capacity. We will not get our extension again. You know what? You're also all living. You're gonna die next turn. You know what? That does quite a lot for us. It gets some more kills. You're gonna kill my guy, though. No, please don't. You know, let's get some more morsels, I guess. Anyways, another reason why I think it might be okay to double up on this guy is that I'm kind of curious to see how hunger works. Does it actually work twice instantaneously? Like, can we get 2 morsel maids to gorge at the same time, etc., etc.? So I kind of want to test that with some hotness, some newness. Anyways, you're taking 1657 damage. Not quite dead, but pretty damn close. He's doing a lot of damage. Oh no, I can't play you. screwed it up. I screwed it up. Oh well. Are you dead yet? Okay, you are dying from this floor, which is good. Turns out when you can't hit me, I can just hit you back. Can the Morsel Maids eat like Lady and the Tramp? We have to find out. Exactly. Ember Forge, +1 per turn when you suck it up. Honestly, this could be a good unit just to kind of have out there for more energy, but energy's not a problem. Another Excavation Eruption could be good, but I already have 2 of them. I don't think we need more than 2. Once we play 20 Morsels, that's kind of like Excavation Eruption. It just blows up the entire world. So I think we skip that. I think we skip this because I don't want any of it. And I think I'm gonna double up on him and see what happens. I'm gonna need some more shard points, but we can get that here. And we can remove a couple of garbage units that we still need to dump, like the Train Steward, and another Dreg would not be the end of the world. Okay, artifacts. Apply endless to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. This would allow us to keep bringing back our champion. It's actually not that bad, because now we don't need that endless card. But I also wonder if this works with morsels, because if we can get a morsel back every turn for free, it's not that bad. Because the most important thing is the Morsel Maid. So I think Votive Key could be very interesting. Even if we just put it on like Molten Encasements, that's free stealth literally every time we play a Molten Encasement. So I think I'll take it and then reroll. Dealing 30 damage with Consume is kind of nice because we have a lot of Consumes, but I want to spend money elsewhere. Extinguish, apply armor 5. These are all not the best, so we'll purge cards as opposed to anything else. Remove Consume. I could see on a longer fight having another packed morsel being pretty good, but again, once we get through all the morsels, we have enough damage out there. I don't think we need another one, but at this point, I think I'll do it just because I have energy. +10 magic power. I'll just buff Antumbra. Permafrost. The other immortal trait is a good choice. Crucible extension being cheaper, and magic power doesn't work on anything. +10 magic power in piercing. Can't go on anything. Magic power can't go on anything. Well, we are gonna have to meld a draft, I think, but I really want to see if this works. Worst case scenario, we're increasing the likelihood of getting this guy on turn 1. Worst case scenario, he's a tank. Best case scenario is now we have 2 Morsel Maids that are all, 200 times 3 damage. I want to see what happens. And here, I'm just gonna put a Dreg in a draft, I think. It gets rid of a unit. It's not the best, but we need the shard pack points. We need to get up to 100, so there you go. Now we're done. Now this is buff, debuff, Seraph. It doesn't matter. When we have 200 HP, it doesn't matter that you're removing half of our lifesteal or something. All right, this will be certainly very interesting. Now I actually cannot play both of them on turn 1, which is fine. We'll play them later. We are gonna start with Penumbra Umbra, who's gonna wipe the entire bottom floor, which is beautiful. We also got a Husk Hermit Sweeper, which is very interesting. Well, you will get a kill here, so you might as well. Let's see if we get the energy Shade Splitter. We freaking did! So we can play both Morsel Maids now. So we're gonna play one, he's gonna get Ember Drain, but that's okay. Then we're gonna play energy. And then I'm gonna play the second one, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see if they both gorge next turn. And if they don't, whatever. I still have capacity to do everything I want up at the top floor. But if it works the way I want it to work, then all bets are off. So let's see what happens. The one at the front gets triggered only, the one at the back does not get triggered. Now we know, now we know. So I think we will play the Morsel Maker. But let's start with this. And you're buffing the one at the front too. Okay, you know, that's fine. We have a 33 damage unit in the second position, and we still have all the capacity to do everything we want anyways. That's fine, that's fine. It is true we are getting more morsels, which is good. So there is still a benefit to doing this. It's just not as big of a benefit as I was obviously looking for. You are a 6 damage sweeper with Ember Drain. Well, don't you just suck. Nothing is stunned on this turn either, so we're taking a lot of damage. If you sweep, I really do not mind if you kill some dregs, so we'll get those out there. That could have been a good turn for Ember Drain as well, with the Immortal Trade, because I do worry about the health here. I think we're gonna play one of them on this turn, because Yo, also the morsels are coming back. I guess if you play it and it dies, it still comes back next turn, because I guess they were endless? Dude. Let's confirm. They're not there. They're not there. But they're not here. And they're not here. So they vanished. No, there he is. There's one of them in my draw pile, so every turn I'll get the +6/+6 morsel. It frickin' works, dude. This is such a like cool run with good like weirdo synergies. Also, Morsel Blitz. Yeah, this is a weird morsel machine run, isn't it? Everything is just working exactly the way that we intend it to. And, well, I was hoping both of these guys would gorge, but really it doesn't matter. So now, the only thing is, I think on Last Divinity, I might not start at the top, because if I start at the top, we're gonna get swept every turn, and I don't wanna lose the Morsel Maker, but the fact is that we get so much HP and life regen every turn that we could still, in theory, do it. I could even pop a Mortal Trade on the Morsel Maker to keep him alive. But I think we'll decide that next turn. Next combat, really. So we're gonna get our good morsel back. To get one good morsel back every turn is pretty freaking good, dude. Especially when it is the good morsel, too. No capacity down there, but you are at full health now. Most of this run is basically just me waiting for the morsels to be eaten so I can play more morsels. I don't say that really that it's like a bad thing. It's just that's just what's going on. I'm just waiting for more morsels to be played. You're a 300 unit. It's pretty good. All right, Morsel Miner always gets put down. I'd like to play Excavation Eruption and maybe get some kills. Hey, beautiful. You have 15 lifesteal? Do you absorb status effects when you take them off of me? Is that what's going on? Or do you just have 15 lifesteal? That's insane. Well, it's actually not. It's only 150 damage. Well, no, it's more than that because you have 15 damage, I think. Base damage. It's still like, it's okay. Excavation Eruption, I guess it doesn't really matter where you play it in that case, so we'll just play it. Keep buffing you. And then, I don't know. I actually would not mind it if you killed some units so that I could put Penumbra up a floor, but Penumbra is too big. I need the capacity card, but I don't know where it is. It's in the draw pile right now. Hopefully we get to it, because we do draw pretty quickly. Yeah, just keep playing some morsels. You're taking 430 damage on this turn, which is pretty good. Sorry, 439? Sorry, 463? I mean, I'm killing every enemy in one hit. The only one here who's not dying is you. I'm also tempted to like steel pulley claw you up to the pyre, but I don't want to steel pulley claw you. You do a lot of damage. You also have 20 regen, huh? That's a lot of regen. We're almost to 500. You know what I think I will do? I think I will just like yeet you into the pyre, because now I do another 469 damage to Seraph, so I think that's pretty good. Let the pyre do some damage. Hey, hello, welcome ML Burke to the stream. How you doing? We're not done yet? We're not done yet. We're still going on here, huh? Now the sweep sucks, but if our units die, we won't get Ember Drain and we'll have room for the Penumbra up here. So maybe the sweep is actually fine, and then we'll just kill everything up here when they die, when they move up a floor. When they die. So I think we'll wipe you. Give us another few morsels to play. Yo, this unit would be insanely good with the alternative Penumbra champion. I'm just realizing, because every time you play a Morsel, he would trigger feeding on the super champion, and that super champion would would lose the hunger. What is it? Buffet. It would lose buffet faster, and if it lost enough buffet fast enough, then it would be able to be resummoned. Maybe if you had like a wretch or something, or you made it endless somehow. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Anyways, we're all dying. You are healing by 60, which is not very good when it's my champion floor, but yeah, now you're taking 500, now you're taking 1,082. We don't need Morsel Maid. Just let our champion kill you. You didn't realize that until now, says Mighty Odin. Look, you know how long it's been since I played Umbra, or the alternative Umbra? It's been a while. I forgot that the alternative Umbra champion even existed until right now. Oh no, you killed me, by the way. He's back, baby! You're only doing 340 damage though, but maybe, just maybe, we can actually give you like a lifesteal morsel. I have the energy for everything. There we go. Now you're taking 692. All right. Probably did not need to make my champion endless, but oh well. You know what? Let's do another 170. 880, beautiful. Our Morsel Maid is almost a 700, 800 unit. That's insane. All right. I mean, you're not even doing anything and you're dying, so I don't know, just for the benefit of it, just so you know how important you are to me, you're endless now. Does he not have an animation for attacking? He just kind of like walked up to the Seraph and then Seraph exploded. I feel like his animation is a little busted. All right, Divinity, let's do this. So the question is, where do we want Morsel Man? Middle or top? Because this is multi-strike, it's not really that much damage. Top is 10 damage sweep. So Morsel Maker would die in 4 turns. I think we're gonna start on the middle floor with you, but we're actually gonna start with Penumbra. Do we want Penumbra to be endless, or do we want a Morsel to be endless? I want Penumbra to be endless first, because if they die, I wanna be able to replay them. So we're gonna start here. Although I guess I could make Morsel Maker endless, and then we could start up here. And then if they die, I just spend 2 energy to replay them. That's a lot of energy, though. Also, I'm only killing 2 of you down here, which is not great. Because if we play Morsel Maker up here, you'll die in 4 turns, which means you won't summon every 4th turn. I think I want to start the morseling here. Some units might make it through, but I'm hoping that maybe we'll draw the Excavation Eruption that we need. Yeah, so yeah, let's start here. Now you're endless. We have an Icy Xylophyte. Strike, spell weakness. You are a sweeper, which is actually very good for these weak enemies. So we're gonna put the sweeper down. I'm gonna put the Morsel Maker behind. Just so I buff her on the first turn here. And then, I mean, I might even want to play the draft down here. There is capacity. There's capacity for all of this and more. Why would I play the draft? Just to, you know, weaken some more units if they make it up. We'll start here. Damage shield, +6. I can put morsels up here if I don't want them. You're gonna summon 2 morsels. 1, 2. No, I'm not gonna summon the draft. I need to have capacity to play a morsel next turn. Okay, I'm glad I thought about it for a minute. So I'm gonna give you lifesteal, +6, +6, +6, and then +3 in a damage shield. You can go, you're a sweep, but we can still play you up here. And we can still play the draft up here. Just to get rid of it. So we are guaranteed to get a morsel made, and as long as we get a morsel generator, we can function, and we can function. So it's gonna be morsel made, you're the tank, you are dying, you're not gonna die for that long. Because literally as soon as I play a morsel, beautiful. That's all we needed, was just 1 morsel. And the faster we get those, oh, this is a beautiful turn down here. The faster we get those consumes, the better. There's 1 of them. So now, do we play the other morsel made and start stacking him up? There is a reason to stack up another morsel made, because if we do that, we could get ourselves in a position where we are able to have, you know, one that does 180 damage to like support units and one that does, you know, 600 damage times 3 to kill the big units. And our champion is dying as well. The champion is dying to spikes and the extinguish effect. 1 morsel in the front here should be able to keep you alive. Actually, you know what? If you're dying to spikes, that's perfect. We're not gonna do anything because we'll replay you next turn at full health. So 4 units are gonna live. Because I worry about a situation like this. Like there's 1 unit in the back that's still living. I need a unit in the back that can actually kill him. But if I play this morsel made in the front and start gorging, they'll die because these units have too much health. I mean, this unit here is doing 45 damage. +8 times 2 +7. I really need to just play some morsels. So we're gonna start with the morsels. So I think we don't play morsel made. Now the first morsel is gonna get replayed, or it's gonna get holdover. I think we want damage shield for holdover. Health would also be good just for the raw HP, and then we can get lifesteal as we go. Let's hold over the lifesteal one then. Morsel Blitz! Brr, 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 brr. I always forget about Morsel Blitz. God damn it. So maybe we should have played the morsel made here, honest, you know, now, but that's okay. Consume apply endless to a friendly unit. You're endless, you're endless. I mean, the draft being endless, I guess, is fine. Because you're already endless. Sure, you know. No, I don't want to draw you. Get out of here. Anyways. I could endless the Morsel Maker, but there's no reason for it. I think I'm just gonna play it just to dump it. Because it doesn't matter. Quirk says, I missed it. WTF is Morsel Blitz. Every 20 more, or the first time I play 20 morsels, I do 150 damage to all enemy units on all floors. So Morsel Blitz is kill all enemy units, kind of. It's very good. Turns out it's actually pretty good. You're taking 15 damage, who cares? Pyre does 40 damage. I think this is a good yeet for you. This floor is fine. All right, and then energy. Morsel. Nabezilla says, Morsel made my day. Can't blame me for that one. Why are you only taking 12? Oh, because you're hitting me. Well, you know what? Let's kill a dreg. You're only taking 170 damage down here. You have 600 health. You're not making it through my morsels, though. My morsel maids. Actually, you might, which is very unfortunate. I don't think you're going to, though. Okay, you're not going to. It's close, but you're not going to. Let's just make sure that we can kill you, though. First unit is gonna have Endless. An Endless Molten Encasement's okay, but I still think you just want the Endless Lifesteal or Damage Shield. I'm gonna give you 1 Lifesteal, just to keep you going. Doing 500 damage. You're not quite dead, huh? At this rate, you are gonna live for like 1 turn. You're gonna hit my pyre once. The fact that I was unable to kill you is kind of disgusting. If I play the dregs will die. I don't think there's a way that I can kill you. You're gonna hit the pyre for 16 damage. Congratulations, you made it through. You made it through. Plus 35 health. You don't need it. Burn, burn. Burn, burn, burn. Just gotta keep playing the cards. Not quite killing you in 1 hit, Mr. Gilded Wing. So you're gonna make it up to hit the pyre. The dregs, we might as well just play them to dump them somewhere. You're a sweeper up here. I don't know, there's not really any good place for him, so I'm just gonna get him. I don't want to draw him. I want to draw Morsel cards. Even Shade Splitters. So you hit the pyre for 16. The fact that you made it that far is disgusting, but we still killed you in 1 hit. But you had what, 800, 900 health when you spawned in? That's kind of absurd. So there's our Morsel Maid. We could summon him at the front and start, you know, chowing down. Which is not maybe the worst idea in the world. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I get the good one? No, I did not get the good one yet. Because if I play you, then we're gonna have... Like, I think it's okay to play it. It's just funny, because if I play this Morsel Maid, then what we can do is we can start gorging him so we can hit more unique units with our hits instead of focusing them all on a single Morsel Maid, you know? I might try it. It's gonna take a minute to gorge you enough that you're gonna live, but we have plenty of morsels for that purpose. Because if I can split the damage between 2 Morsel Maids, I'd like to do that. I do need you to live, though. That was a little silly. Is 80 health enough? No. How about 86 health? It's enough. It's barely enough. Between 80 and 86, we got enough health out there that we're living. Oh, because you're multi-striking the boss too. Oh, you suck. It's okay, we still gotcha. Oh, and you made it up. How do you make? Oh, cause right, you have stealth. I forgot that this guy is stealth. So he might hit the pyre for like 20 damage. There's not much I can do about that. No, actually there is. I could excavation eruption. You're dead. You will all die. So you know what? There you go. Ching ching. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, 10. No super great morsels, but we'll still double up on the lifesteal one just to get it out there. Actually, you know what? I think we're just gonna give you lifesteal. This unit sweeps, but this unit also cannot hit us through stealth. They can only hit the front unit, so I think we're okay. Also, my morsel at the front, my morsel mate at the front is already a 122 times 3, 173, which is pretty good. Drip fall. There's no one worth drip falling. I mean, I could daze you, I guess. There you go. Also, the boss only has 3,000 HP left. I'm surprised that we, have been doing such a good job of killing him as time goes on. Okay, extinguish. We need to go out there. I don't really want you to have endless though, but we're gonna draw morsels next turn. We'll be fine. Let's get you out there so that our champion does not die. I could even give them lifesteal, but this is still a little bit too early for that, I think. This floor is just absurd. What's going on up there? Antumbra Assault could kill someone. If I play it though, we won't get energy. But you know what? It's probably still worth doing. Stops garbage from being added to our deck. You already have endless, so let's start stacking up on you. We're doing 47 damage to the Last Divinity. We do like 1,000 damage on the floor and only 270 of it is gonna sneak its way through, unfortunately. But we'll take it. I do love them just like chomp, 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 chomp. They don't have an attack animation. They just kind of walk forward and go boom, boom, boom with their physical bodies. Anyways, have some lifesteal and then have some more lifesteal. I love that it says you're dying, even though you're, I guess you would not be able to kill on your own. But it doesn't matter, because, we're living up here. You know, have some more of that, shall ya? Ba, 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 ba. Let's see if I can get your damage to be equal to your partner. I think we'll get there. We'll get there. So now I have 2 morsel maids that are roughly equivalent. All right, beautiful. Yeah, their animation is completely broken. They don't have an animation, it's just a static image, which is funny. Look at them. They're too intimidating. They are very intimidating, that is correct. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful run. Morsel made. So good, such a broken unit, I love him. If only the animation for eating morsels was a little bit faster, we could have ended this run a little bit earlier, but it was still beautiful, insanely overpowered unit, and for the most part, I feel like my plan kind of worked. What was my plan? Well, from 412 cardless applied. From the very beginning, my plan was get the 5 times duplication on packed morsels and just play the morsels as quickly as possible to buff the morsel maids, and then at that point you don't need to worry about having more of these in your deck. And that's exactly how it worked. We were able to, once we played all of our packed morsels, get to like 200 health and 200 times 3 damage. We had, morsel makers that were making morsels, and the morsel maids had morsel masters in them to duplicate the morsels. So even having just a couple of shade splitters in the deck would still mean that you could gain like 30 or 40 health and damage every turn. And if you get something with lifesteal, you heal to full, and you have 200 health, that means that nothing can kill you. Absurdly great run. What can I say? For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.